Hello everybody, my name is Nina Walters and
I'm Ken Walters, and we're talking to you from Houston, Texas. We were going to mention, this is a second video, a follow-on video. We're doing this because we are the target demographic for the coronavirus. Nina is going to be 65 next month, and I'm 67, so we're right there with the ones on the news.
Sweetie, you will be 68 in the end of August.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what 67 means.
In this year, I'm talking about this year.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way.
The honesty.
We got a comment in our last video that some people didn't have the same pleated mask that we were using. This is the one that we were demonstrating with the essential oils. And so we did get our shipment of masks from Amazon. You may be familiar with this one. This is another version of the masks that are coming nowadays. This one, I say, has a beak right here. And then we have another version of it that looks like this. So we were going to show you how we put our essential oil blotters, so to speak, in each of these masks. We'll show you an update to the blue one first, where we're going to use a little bit less of the material from here. It doesn't take as much material, the whole thing, that we were showing at the beginning. So what we're doing is we're cutting it off down to the adhesive. So we cut off that little piece, and then we'll take about this much. And we'll take this part off. I can never remember how this works. I think right here? Yeah, there it is. Okay.
It's a woman stuff.
And we're going to put this below where the nose would be, because that's where the opening is going to be that we're going to need to cover with our essential oils. So for this one, I like the thieves mixture. That's called that because the thieves and the robbers were the ones that were going and stealing stuff off the bodies of the people who were dead from the epidemic back in the olden days in England. And I have some extra essential oil down here on my lid, so I'm putting that on there too. And then we put the mask on, and boy, I can smell it. So it's effective.
And you can open the mask.
Yes, then you can open the mask so that it covers more. And yep, I can still smell that it's filtering very well. So.
And it's still my favorite mask. I don't know why. I like it how it fits on the face. You know, it's kind of nice.
Okay.
I don't know, this is my favorite.
But for those of you that have this other version, in order to get it doing the same thing with the essential oils, we cut the panty liner, the daily liner they call it. Cut a couple of those.
I'll cut
and
this one.
Take the adhesive off.
Okay.
There it is. And you have to kind of open this one up until the seam is exposed, because it tries to hide the seam, we found. And we paste that one on right there at the seam and out.
Push it.
There we go. And that's so that it's below this level of the peak. And then we'll spread it out again for the next piece. And there you have the two pieces that'll move now with the seam in the front of the mask. And then we'll do the same thing with those. We'll put the essential oil on them. And get it off the lid there as much as I can.
And
drop
again,
it.
you're using,
I'm using 2 to 3 drops out of the Thieves because it's a pretty strong essential oil.
it's true.
And then that works out like that. Very nice. Okay, last mask. So the top is here with the metal bar. And this has a couple of bands that we'll show you later. We're just going to cut one piece again like we did for the blue pleated mask. There we go. And let's see if I can find that back.
Yes.
There we go.
You're better now.
Yeah, it used to be kind of tricky for me.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to put it right about where this seam is on here because my nose comes to about here and I like it under my nose because I don't want that stinging oil to touch me. Let's see, why don't we use, I guess we'll use Thieves again.
Oh, you like this one too. You like
Yeah, but
cinnamon.
that doesn't have a dropper
You
cap.
have
in
a
it.
dropper.
Oh, okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll use the cinnamon oil on this one. And we made mention in the earlier video that there's 3 drops in the cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
That these are the oils that are antiviral. We've got cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
Thieves is a blend of oils that includes cloves and cinnamon, eucalyptus, tea tree oil. Is that what this one is?
Yes,
this
this
is
is
tea
tea
tree
tree
oil, clove,
Mm-hmm.
and fir needle oil. That's from Nina's country in Siberia.
Yes, this is
And
my mother blend.
this is propolis, which is a bee product.
Yes.
So back to the mask, and then Nina will tell us about the propolis. This one you put on the bottom band first. Then you get it kind of on your face, and then you put the top band on. It's pretty funny to see how some people try to figure this one out.
Yeah, that was me.
Ah, that smells good. I like the cinnamon. I might be using that one next.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so that updates our mask video from last time, and I think you have all the information we provided then. So Nina will tell us about bee propolis.
Yes, this is propolis. We ordered it from Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
and it's from Brazil. And this is a very nice stuff because you can take it inside and you can put it on a mask, and it is antivirus.
Yeah, just like these.
Right. So you can put it in coffee, you can put it in tea. I like to drink it with milk. So whatever you like, try it. But this is a very, very strong stuff, and I highly recommend it to try it at least.
Okay, so there you have the update from our last video.
Yes.
We'll get these out of the way so we can do our next demonstration here.
Yes.
Okay.
So next demonstration. Okay.
Now we're talking about ways of preventing the coronavirus from getting into your body, which is the best way of preventing the illness, because if it doesn't get to you, you don't get sick. So that's the idea behind these 2 methods or techniques, if you want to call them that, is to just keep it away from you.
And because we are in that category of people
Yeah,
who are most dangerous,
susceptible.
susceptible,
Mm-hmm.
so we're sharing with you. And if you will share this with your friends and family, we will be very happy. And if somebody will do it, we will be happy more. will say like that.
So
Okay.
this is another way, if the mask doesn't work right and you get some virus in your nose,
Mhm.
this is what you do. Well, you do this anyway, so that it's another one of those, what's the word they use now, or the expression? An abundance of caution. This is another.
Okay. But again, um, I learned this from Russia, and I was doing it for many years. So, what I'm doing, honey? Pretending that this is
Yeah,
a
we're
sink.
pretending this is a sink. We didn't want to move the camera over to the sink. So she's washing her hands in the sink under the
No, I'm not
faucet.
washing.
And now
Oh,
she's
okay.
lathering up her hands
Yeah, I
to get
already
ready,
let's say, pre-washed my hands.
ready for the next part here.
Right,
Okay.
honey? So, and then, like I said, I'm making bubbles.
And this is a basic soap. It's not, it doesn't have fragrances and moisturizers and all of that in it. We're just using the old style.
Right. The cheapest, the
Yeah.
best. That's what I will say. Okay. I have soap.
Lather.
Lather,
Mhm.
okay. Bubbles. And then I'm using my fingers. And I can use different kind of fingers. Tell me.
Well, just do it the way you do it.
Well, I'm doing this. I'm using these fingers.
But not everybody has the same size nostrils and the same size fingers. So if you have big fingers or small nostrils, use your little fingers.
Like this. Whatever it's convenient for you. So, and when you're putting soap inside of your nose,
Yes. And then sucking
breathe.
it in.
Yeah. Just breathe in, and the nose will go here in
It'll
your.
get to your sinuses. And
Yes. And you need to do it for 2 or 3 minutes every morning and every evening. That's the whole idea of this technique. So the soap will make a barrier here, so the virus or bacteria will not go in. So, and it works. This simple techniques, it works.
Well, this is another thing that came from Russian immunologists and doctors. They've taught the people there to do that, and they've taught their own staff. And the one that was the big proponent of it did it for 40 years and never got sick. And he was treating all of the worst people that were sick. So
And he lived till 90.
yeah. And then he taught somebody that believed in it, and he did the same thing with his staff, and he and his staff never got sick treating their patients. So looks like a pretty good way to go if you're trying to do an abundance of caution.
Yes, and if we have some kind of, flu going on in Houston or some cold, right? The people get sick, start coughing. We always doing this technique together. But be ready to sneeze a lot. After 2-3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You will be sneezing a lot. So keep your Kleenex near. And this is a good stuff. If it means that it went through your body, and definitely it will kill bacteria. So this is the
And it'll strip the lipid layer off the viruses, which will degrade that so that it doesn't really, it's not as effective against you.
right. So thank you, honey. We shared what.
You wanted to share about the diffuser.
Oh, diffuser. Okay. Completely forgot.
This is the same principle as the masks. It just puts it in the air around us at home.
Yes, and we're using it day and night, and we're using all these antibacterial oils, and
Not at the same time. You change it out.
yeah, every day I'm putting a different oil, but it really helps. It's really nice to have your air clean inside the house. Hopefully, it will kill the bacteria, right, honey?
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
especially the virus.
Okay, we are believers, so I believe that this technique and the mask with essential oil is a very good preventative.
Right,
Preventative. So if you believe like we are, you can do it. If you don't, it's up to you. So, so like as usual, you said what? It's a personal.
Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you that we're not doctors, so we don't, this doesn't come from our experience. We're just sharing what other doctors have found works for them in their practices and in their staffs and in their hospitals. So that's all the authority we can claim.
Yes. And thank you for watching this video. And if you like this video, put a thumbs up. If you don't like it, it's okay. But it's nice to know if you like what we are doing, and maybe you will share with somebody.
Okay.
And probably that's it for today. Thank you for watching our video. And we will make another video later and share with you. Thank you.